Hello, everyone, and welcome to Limitless Gaming Esports coverage of Limitless Formula Racing, the Tuesday Limitless 2 edition. I am one of the commentators, as always, on Tuesdays. Cam, thank you for joining this broadcast. If you have not subscribed to this channel as yet, please do, as it would help us out a lot. And if you did not check out the race yesterday that took place for Monday Limitless 1 at Belgium, check that video out as well, and like that stream/video too. It was quite an interesting race. Quite a bit of carnage near the end of the race. So yeah, go and check that race out if you have not done so. And also, I would like to just make an announcement. There has been a partnership. So Limitless Gaming Esports has partnered with Lightning Speed Racing, which it's going to be bringing 5 days of racing action to our YouTube channel. So this will also include Gran Turismo 7 content as a part of the Lightning Speed racing group. They race every other Saturday and Sunday, so it will be streamed. Those races will be streamed on this channel as well, so it's going to be more content for all of you who are subscribed to this channel to be enjoying. So our race today is actually taking place at France for the Tuesday Limitless 2 drivers. And at this time, I would like to introduce my co-commentator as usual for Tuesday Limitless 2 races. That is Big Weir. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, Cam. I'm good. I'm going to be honest. Actually, I'm nervous. I'm actually nervous. Like the last 2 weeks have been. I don't want to say stressful, but I just mad, just absolutely mental. With the races on Tuesday, we were talking beforehand. You're keen for some rain today. I've had enough of the rain. There's been I want a rain ban implemented. It's caused a lot of madness this last 2 weeks. I would be very, 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 very happy if we got a dry race today. But yes, you were talking about yesterday's race. It was also affected by the rain. was absolute madness. Like I say, I've never had a race where the rain has come in the middle of the race and finished before the end of the race. So it made for some. If you got the strategy right, you got it really right. If you got it wrong,
like myself.
Well, Joe, you can say you got it half right, and then you got it wrong, and then you got it right again.
Yeah.
It was mad. It was absolutely mental. But go and check that out because it was absolutely nuts. Just having a quick glance at the comments here, Kim. Already, we've got King Benny, nice guy Benny, our winner from last week's already in the comments, and he's saying, "Hi guys, how are you?" Kim, tell Benny how you are. How are you feeling, bud?
I'm pretty good, sir. I'm looking forward to seeing you race once again. Great race win last week, so hopefully you can.
Oh no, Cam.
just as I finish this statement, hopefully you can produce another good performance. But we are now into this qualifying session, and boy, is it looking dark.
I don't think it's wet, but it surely looks like it could be wet. I'm going to hope and see if anyone can give me a bit of a weather update, but I haven't got anything so far.
Oh boy.
I'm not sure.
Phoenix says 90% rain for the race. Let's go. I said I wanted rain today. Today is the one day I want rain. Let's get it.
Oh, further wet to dry. Wet to dry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this could be an absolute madness. We love our rain these days, don't we? It's every race. I don't know. It's a 90% chance of rain for race, but you know, is this one of those ones where are you better going with a wet setup, dry setup? You know, I'm not sure how long we're going to have it for. Benny's not happy with the rain though. Benny's straight away not happy with the rain.
Oh boy.
But yes, just to talk about some of the drivers that we have here today. So, a couple of reserves in, a couple of familiar faces. couple of familiar reserves, couple of new drivers, so it's a bit of a mix-up. Just going down the list, the first one there, Formula Jonah, anyone who knows him, a lot of people do know him by now. He's one of the commentators commentated Thursday this season, commentated Tuesday last season. Very likeable guy. I haven't actually seen him race, so it'll be interesting to see what he's like on the track. But very, very, very good commentator. We've a new car, I think I'm going to call him Aki in the car 70, in the Williams. I think he's full-time. He's going to take that seat full-time. King David, he's a regular reserve, everybody knows him. And I think that's it for the new drivers. Anyway, Shock Be Like, sorry, I never said about Shock Be Like. Another one of the reserves in for Alpine today. Dark Stomper was saying before the race, he's absolutely buzzing. He's actually got a teammate for the first time in what feels like forever. So he's all excited today.
So I'm just riding on board with Lewis F1, who is going to be the first one to cross the start-finish line to start a flying lap. So we'll ride on board with him and see how it is that he progresses. And he has invalidated already.
I was going to say, look like you cut that curve a little bit too much. Like I say, it's, this is a funny track. Like I say, it's kind of hard to crash out here, and I'm going to say, okay. Oh, is it okay? Oh, no,
he has the ban. Yeah, qualified.
As I was saying, it's kind of hard to crash out here because there's pretty much runoff at every single corner, bar maybe a couple. And it's easy to track extend here because there's no real consequence for running wide apart from maybe a penalty. But there's a lot of time to be gained knowing what corners you can cut, what corners you can't. Lewis obviously got caught out there in the first sector. Looks like he's having a bit of a cool-in lap at the minute, but wonder will he go again, or will he just opt for maybe just trying on a fresh set of sauce, because the tyre wear around here are very, very, very high on the sauce. I was going to talk about this strategy that everyone's going on about, the hard to soft strategy being the OP one, but it's a wet race. Doesn't matter anymore. Strategy's out the window. Do what you want, lads. You're probably going to be wrong anyway. So, have a good time.
Yep, so I'm just riding on board with Kodoy, and he's going to be the first one to set a time, and it is a 1:31.328 for the Williams driver. Shock Be Like will be next across the line, and it is a 1:30.320 for Shock Be Like.
I was not happy with his teammate so far. I'm not actually sure what to expect lap time wise round here. I can't honestly remember. I don't race here often, but that feels like a reasonably quick time.
So I was just on board with Prix set a 1:32.036, and Prior Thib has just set a 1:37.75 on the mediums, which is interesting. You would think that nobody would be on the medium tires when it's going to be starting out as a rain race.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, maybe he just hasn't noticed the rain. Well, could be something as simple as that. Or he just wanted to put a banker lap on the mediums, see if he can improve on it. But maybe save some of those softs for later in the race. And the King's home, flexing hard.
Yep, with a 1:32.14 goes into provisional pole, and he was actually second in the practice session. BKS, who has just set a 1:30.007, was the one who was in first in the practice session. So 1-2 from the practice session, translating over to this qualifying session so far. Ooh, and Lewis has actually gone into P2.
And I'm surprised at that, I'm going to be honest, because I was watching him on his out lap, on his first lap where he was trying to save the tyres a bit. He only had half his battery left when he started this cross finish line, so he's got more in the tank there, definitely. Especially one lap older tyres. I'm saying the tyre wear around here is quite high. So I'd expect him he's got a little more in the tank there than what he's shown so far.
Yeah, so I was just riding on board with car 74, and they set a time of a 1:31.473, put them in 8th place. 8th place and on board with Phoenix, and he has improved. Second run on those set of soft tires, goes up to 5th with a 1:35.97.
Decent lap for Phoenix. Like I say, he's got a lot more consistent than he was at the start of the season. Phoenix, he's sort of consistently finishing in that, well, at least in the points, kind of 5 to 10 region. I'm sure he'd like to get himself back up there into the mix again. But that's a solid lap time. He's only a couple of tenths off Kingsholm. So yeah, I think he'd be happy with that so far.
So let's see. There's a lot of people that are coming to the line, but they have invalidated. I think the next person will be... So Phoenix, yeah, I think he's on an in lap. It should be King Benny, so I'm going to ride on board with King Benny. Hasn't set a lap time as yet. And we'll see what the Mercedes driver is able to do.
Just having a look at the sector times. He's actually faster than BKS in Sector 1 at the minute, so this could be a good lap.
Yep, and then just went purple Sector 2 as well. So King Benny is looking for that Imola qualifying pace where he just made an error at the end of that qualifying.
Let's not jinx him, Cam. I've already thought I jinxed him right there. He's used a lot of the track there. I'm surprised it wasn't invalidation, but he's using every inch of the track he can get. Hugs that apex beautifully.
Wow.
One corner to go. Just misses the apex slightly. He'll lose a little bit of time there, but onto the back straight, full power. Give the car everything it's got, straight line it, and he goes.
Woo!
There it is.
First into the 129 with a 129.921 for nice guy Benny.
Nice guy Benny, hard flexing on those soft tires. Still got Brandon to go. He hasn't left the pit lane yet. I'm not sure what he's at. He's apparently sitting there on the mediums though, so not sure what sort of strat he's thinking. But yeah, he's probably going to be the main rival for those top sort of 4, maybe 5, and getting into the mix. Here's Bosworth though. I didn't even see him. He's the split between him and Choppy like is marginal. So. Yep. A couple of guys in the mix there yet.
I'm currently on board with King David, who is reserving for the AlphaTauri team. It's DRS wide open for King David. Going to the line. Oh, there we go. Provisional pole for King David, 129.914.
That was quite the lap from King David. He raced last night. Like I said, we were talking about that mad race last night. He was one of the drivers that got caught out on the wrong strategy. Really wasn't clear in the race which was the right strategy. It was kind of a gamble no matter what we did. Some people got it right and some people got it wrong, but King David is one of those drivers that we know has got a lot of pace in the tank, so not surprised to see him up there.
I'm actually currently on board with Shockby Like, has set a purple Sector 2, so... And I think I saw 0.2 faster than his best lap time so far, so I am going to stay on board with him, and we will see what the reserve driver for the Alpine team can do.
See what he's like going into the last corner, cuts a lot of that curve.
Damn. Yep, so it's DRS wide open, and this is going to be a time into the 129, the 129.923 for Shockby Like.
Tell you what, these splits are tight. As it always has seemed to be in Tuesday, it is so tightly split between, like, the slightest error and you're losing maybe 4 or 5 positions on your lap. Like what's that? 3/10 between the top 7 at the minute. Crazy numbers.
So Milan Massimo jumps to 7th with a 1:33.07. Dark Stomper is currently on an out lap. Will be just coming to the start-finish line relatively soon, so I'll keep an eye out for him. I'm riding on board with Flea right now, who is 300ths faster than his fastest lap he has set so far, so we'll see what he can do.
A little squirmy out of that last corner, losing a little bit of time, but so it's a marginal gain there.
Yep, so 1:31.739 for Flea 1996. Formula Jonah coming to the line now. And jumps to 11th with a 131.226.
The next driver to come to, Combo's coming into the last few corners now. He's on his outlap though, completely ignore me, I know nothing. Gennady then, is it, I think?
Kadoy is actually just about to finish his lap, and he is improving. I think I saw purple sector 2, so this is going to be a time from Kadoy. 134.77 jumps to 9th for the Williams driver.
Everyone's just in that little part. It's all so tight. It only, I keep saying it, the times on Tuesday are always crazy like this, and then Brandon comes out of nowhere and wins. Obviously,
King's home into the 129.8 with an 8.31 goes provisional pole.
Now this is interesting. Dark Stomper's off in sector 3, and I don't know if he's got a front wing. It didn't look like he did. He doesn't. I'm not sure what's happening there, but he's without a front wing, trying to make his way back to the pit lane. I'm not sure if he was complaining about oversteer in practice. You know, the rear tires slipping whenever he was braking, so I'm not sure if he's got cut out there. Fibbo boy! Hard flex on the soft.
A 129.
I'll call him his actual name.
Well done by him. That is a lap.
It's a big lap there from the McLaren driver. Like I say, he's lost his form the last couple of weeks, but surely hasn't lost his pace anyway. That's going to be a very competitive time. I'd say it's going to be it'll be a hard one to beat unless this track is really ramping up.
Yep, so I was just on board with Iggy Combo, sets a 130.125 to go into 7. Oh, and King David, I think I just missed. Set a 129.914? No, that was an outlap. That's my apologies.
So I've got a bit of an update. So we spotted Brandon off at sector 3. His controller's not working. He's got issues with his controller. It's not letting him turn or brake, which is what happened to him on that lap. I also explained the strange behaviour. He's got 4 minutes to fix it. Well, really, he's got 2 minutes to fix it and get out on track and get a lap in, or he's going to be right at the back of the grid with Zayak.
That's a controller issue. It's usually people who have wheels that are having issues. Having a controller issue, this is the first I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Apparently, it's something about the turning or the braking or something. It's almost like it's disconnected on him or something, I think. But he's running out of time really to get that fixed.
So we'll see if there's anyone that is on the lap. Yeah, King David has invalidated, so we'll see.
So is Liz. Aki's also invalidated. I think everyone on track is invalidated at the moment, apart from the guys in the lap, obviously.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll probably go on board with King Benny. BKS is on an outlap. Lewis has invalidated, as you said. Flea's on an outlap. Yep. So everybody, it's going to be a busy track very soon.
I suppose now's a good time to talk about this. Rumour has it there's a secret society, Ken. There's a secret society within Tuesday Racing that apparently it's they're a little bit sick of Brandon winning all the time, so they've all banded together, and I'm getting reports that whatever this cause is, it says #ABS has sabotaged Dark Stomper's controller, and now nothing is working for him. They've got sick of him. There's some cahoots now. This is all rumours, but you're getting it here first. #ABS is maybe out for Dark Stomper.
I've been hearing about this ABS thing for weeks now, and I still don't have a damn clue what it is.
I've got researchers on it, Cam. We will get to the bottom of this, and we'll find out who is responsible. Who is responsible for this carnage?
It looks like Kadoy has left the session.
Let's see if I can get him in.
Yeah. So I'm currently riding on board with King Benny. I believe I saw purple sector 1 and now purple sector 2. King Benny is flying right now. We will continue to ride on board with the Mercedes driver. Let us see what he is able to do. So just coming up to the final couple of turns is King Benny. Well done on the traction there. DRS open for the Mercedes driver, and this should be pole. And it is a 129.656 by King Benny.
I wonder is that track ramping up a bit now, because I guess that's two drivers who've considerably, significantly improved their time. King Davis on his out lap. Just looking to see who's the next car to come. A couple of invalidations.
Lewis is actually going to be next, and it looks like he's improved. Yup, jumps to third with a 129.768.
Right into the mix there for Lewis, BKS. I don't think he did improve. Was that his out lap? No, it couldn't have been. Unless he's just been mismanaging his battery, really, but he's pushing hard in this lap too, it seems.
So Flea just came over the line and went 0.3 faster, although still in 16th place. You have yellow flags in sector 1 and 2. But let us see who is coming up to the line. Should be, yep, so Phoenix is currently on the lap as we have hit the end of qualifying, so these will be the last laps for all of these drivers. Currently on board with Phoenix of the Aston Martin team. Let us see if he is able to improve. So it's DRS wide open for the Aston Martin driver of Phoenix. Jumps one position to 11 with a 133.75. Gennady stays in 14th. King David has gone into the pits. So who is next? That would be a Ferrari. It is BKS. Had a little bit of a moment, but now DRS wide open for BKS. We'll see if it is an improvement, and it is not. Stays in 5th. Who is next?
I think Isaac's going to get an improvement here. Yes, straight up the P4.
Wow. Well done by the Aston Martin driver of Iggy. And Shockley Light coming to the line. Improved, I'm not sure if improved position, but improved the time it looks like. But this is going to be the starting grid. It's King Benny taking pole position, and both McLarens in 2nd and 3rd respectively. That is Pryor Thib and Lewis F1.
I'll tell you what is the big shock here, and the big upset, like I say, Dark Stomper unable to get a lap time in.
Yeah.
That he's going to be frustrated with that. Like I say, he's got the whole field to work through. It's going to be a wet start to the race. He's going to have to hope for a bit of luck with this rain, get the call absolutely correct, and try and make up some position to get him back into the mix. This is what BKS kind of needs to get himself back into this championship fight. I think I want to say 93 point gap to gain back yet. If all goes well, Dark Stomper can win the championship next week. So this is exactly what BKS needed.
So I'll just go through the starting order for this race. It's King Benny starting in 1st, Pryor Thib in 2nd, Lewis F1 in 3rd, Iggy Cumbo in 4th, King's Home in 5th, BKS in 6th, King David in 7th, Shockby Like in 8th, Milan Massimo in 9th, H. Bosworth in 10th, Phoenix in 11th, Kodoy in 12th, Formula Jonah in 13th, Gennady in 14th, Aki we'll call him in 15th, Flea in 16th, Dark Stomper, who did not set a time in 17th, and Zayak, who had a qualifying ban, will be starting at the back of the grid in 18th. Oh, and this is good. So Kadoy has just rejoined the lobby.
I'm getting news from Dark Stomper. He's trying to find out. Oh, look how bad it is, Cam. No, Brown's trying to find out who sabotaged his car. I'm not sure. I think, like I say, I think it's very convenient his car breaks the week he has a teammate, is all I'm going to say. But, you know, we'll just leave it at that. But look how wet that is. Oh,
Yep.
It's absolutely drenched. I wonder when it will dry. Is this going to be one of those races that goes from wets to inters? Is it going to go wets to? Well, now I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm actually worried.
And I'm just wondering, is this full wet weather? Because this, I don't know.
I'm not really probably seeing until we see the track, I guess. We always go off the puddles, but then again, we're not always right. It's not much puddles there.
Yeah, are they on inters? No, wets. They're on full wets.
So I don't see too many poles. We'll see as they go around, but everyone on the wet tire. We'll just see as they go around. It just doesn't like we always go off the puddles really on how wet it is. There's a little bit of puddle in there, but it's nothing. Honestly, it looks quite similar to what we had yesterday, to be honest.
Yeah. It was just, the only reason why I was asking the question was just, like, when the camera was, like, panned on the pit lane, there was puddles there. But on the circuit, I see some puddles now, but it doesn't look too bad.
Just gonna do it. Oh, he's having a mare. I think we might honestly lose Dark Stomper from this race.
Yeah.
If he's having that technical difficulty, this could be monumental. In BKS's comeback, like I said, he's still got a healthy gap, so it'll not harm him too much. But if he can't get off the line, he's going to be in trouble. But yeah, talking about the rain, it seems like, yes, the rain looks heavy, but the track doesn't look that wet, and I'm wondering, is this going to be another one of those scenarios we noticed last week, where we noticed one part of the track was a lot wetter than the other. I did notice it yesterday. I don't know if you noticed it whenever you were driving into Sector 2 and 3. The track got a lot wetter, so I was keeping an eye on that. The commentary came in handy for my actual race. Oh, Benny near spun. That was a little bit. Ooh. I'm not ready for this, Benny. Don't do this, man. Come on.
I'm telling you, with a circuit like this one where it's so open, this is why I was actually hoping for a raid, because as Milan Massimo, oh my, King Benny!
Oh, he's right.
Yes.
A couple of people disqualified there made contact. I'm not sure what the two McLarens made contact.
Yep.
This is not the time to have cool tires. Do you know what I reckon? Honestly, surely that was the AI. That would have been around the AI cutoff. So I'm wondering, has that caught him out on the way to the grid? Apparently, I'm getting news that Brandon says his controllers completely stopped working at this point.
Wow.
So we might lose him altogether. And other reports in the weather just before the start: wet, then dry, then wet again. So the reverse of yesterday. We're gonna get.
Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. So, as all of the cars have formed up onto the grid, we are waiting for the red lights. It's 3, 4, and 5 red lights, and away we go as the cars crawl off. King Benny struggling at the beginning. Pryor Thib and Lewis make their way past King Benny has dropped 4 places. Phoenix, severe collision with Milan Massimo.
Not sure what happened, King Benny. I'm wondering, is that spin completely cooked his tires and that's why he didn't get away so well? But the two McLarens are off to a lightning start so far.
Ooh, and there is contact in and around the 8 to 11th position cars. And I saw some debris flying
Oh,
off
he's
of the
forced
car.
around.
Oh!
Oh, it's madness. This is why I didn't want rain, Cam. This is why I didn't want it, man.
Wow. Yep, numerous cars around, and H. Bosworth, Kadoy, and Aki all now to the back of the grid. I believe Phoenix got caught up in that as well, but looks like I'm not. Oh, and Milan Massimo has made contact with Dark Stomper. It is absolute madness at the beginning of this race as Milan Massimo gets a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limit.
It's been a carnage start to the race. I'm not sure what happened. I didn't see what happened between Dark Stomper and Milan Massimo, but Kodoy's maybe got disconnected again. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't even know where to look, Kev. The McLarens have done well. Iggy's up in the podium. I'm freaking out, man. There's so much going on. It's crazy. Formula Jonah up in the PE. I think he's got to be one of the big gainers there. He started well down the order. He's up in the 8th at the moment. Well, 9th.
Yep, and I was on board with him when he made his way past Shock the Like, so Formula Jonah doing a good job as the reserve driver for the Aston Martin team. There is 4 cars in the pit lane as it is right now making pit stops.
I'll tell you what, there's actually someone I really didn't notice. Zayak, back in the grid and he's up to 9th already. Dark Stomper the same, he looks like he's solved whatever issue he had. He's managed to get himself up in the 10th. I suppose he maybe got a little bit lucky, the two of them, with that incident in Sector 1. But, yeah.
And I'm currently on board with BKS side by side with King Benny. King Benny later on the brakes, but BKS does have the inside line and is able to still slightly side by side with King Benny. And now King David is looking to get involved. BKS goes slightly defensive. Oh, and BKS backed out to an extent, but now he's coming back. So King David staying in 7th. King Benny still able to maintain. BKS has now taken that 5th place position. This is one battle for that position 5.
Fair play to BKS. That was such a defense there, to be fair to him.
Yep, and King Benny ran a little wide, and that gave King David the invitation to take that 6th place position as we have yellow flag sector 3, and Kadoy is out. And a virtual safety car.
Is it going to go full? I think it could go full. I think a couple of those guys at the back would be very happy with a full safety car, to be fair.
So Zayak is into the pits. Let us see what the Haas driver, as we're currently under virtual safety car conditions, lap 2 of 27, actually should be lap 3. Yep, lap 3. And it's a new front wing for Zayak.
I tell you what, those two McLarens are very, very close, and I wonder would there be team orders today. It looks like they've put the foot down. I think this BSC's about to end.
And Phoenix has actually gone for the intermediate tires.
Oh, it looks a little bit slippy there. He's done a lap on them though, so it can't be that bad.
Yep, so VSC conditions are now over and we are back racing. So in the lead currently is Prior Thib, who started in 2nd and is now in 1st. The top 6 have all made up 1 position, and King Benny has dropped 6 positions.
I just think that spin has caught him out. It's ruined his tires a little bit. From the formation, that he's getting a little bit hairy there on the exit. That was almost another moment for King Benny. Great run. I wonder is that a dry setup he's gambled on here? and at the minute it's not paying off for him. But if this dries up, maybe he'll be in a better position. But he just does not look comfortable in that car at the minute.
So I'm currently on. Oh, and King's Home almost went into the back of Iggy Combo. Was a bit too late on the brakes there and cost him about 4/10, but looks like he is right back catching up to the Alfa Romeo driver of Iggy Combo.
So the couple of drivers run a little bit wide on that exit of that long sweeping right-hander. I can't remember what corner number it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 6 or 7. I'm surprised we haven't had a track limits penalty yet, because they're all following each other, unless it's maybe a little bit lenient there, but they all seem to be running very, very deep.
Oh, and King's Home has gotten some pretty good traction out of that turn and coming up to the back of Iggy Combo, now going down the inside of the Alfa Romeo driver. And ooh, Iggy ran very wide, and King's Home now up into third. Iggy is struggling because now BKS is coming just on the back of him as well.
And John, I've just noticed there's a dry line starting to form there. I wonder, are we just in that crossover period and he is struggling a little bit with it. BKS now getting around him as well.
Yep.
Anyone? Oh, King's Home's up to
King's Home is in. King David is in as well. Yep.
And Lewis.
Oh, and King Benny.
Benny's not having the start of the race that he wanted. It was looking so promising in qualifying, but he's not done himself any favour with that penalty.
So this is going to be interesting. I'm riding on board with Prior Thib, who is in first place. Let us go to the tires, and yep, it is intermediates for all of these individuals who are pitting. This is going to be interesting. I'm wondering if Phoenix's gamble is going to buy him some positions.
Just like he's taking absolute chunks out of the wet runner in front of him, of Gennardi. He doesn't look 100% comfortable, but he is a lot faster than the wet tire runners ahead of him at the moment. Should get a couple of positions here. I reckon he'd be in and around maybe 13th as he almost hits the wall.
Wow. Ooh. Yep, and fastest lap for Phoenix as well. So, gambling a bit early has seemed to have paid off slightly for the Aston Martin driver of Phoenix.
The thing is, those two at the front, they appear to have made the wrong call so far. Lewis was behind Prior Thib, and I've just looked at the split times of the sector ones, and Lewis is going a lot faster at the minute.
So I'm on board with King David, just made his way past Flea to go up into 6th place, and now looking to see if he can chase down King's Home, who is in 5th, as we have yellow flag sector 2. Is that... It's a blue car. I don't know if that's Dark Stomper?
I thought it was. It shot be like. I thought for a moment he's facing the wrong way on track, but he's getting himself back on course.
So it is a VSC, and these top 3 runners who are on the wets, this is going to benefit them.
Lewis is just coming out of the last corner though, and Prior Thib is at the pit exit. It's done Lewis dirty.
Wow.
He was on to the undercut. He's still going to go for it, I think. No, he's backed out. It's the exact same. He 100% would have got the undercut there on his teammate, but that VSC has done him so dirty. That's going to be frustrating for him. The man who's still chasing that first win has been on the podium, which I guess a drive-through penalty. That's going to be frustrating, but Lewis has been on the podium. He's never had a win, and it's looking like it could be on the cards today if the situation's right.
So I'm currently riding on board with, as Zayek is into the pits, will be serving that drive-through penalty. I'm on board with King David, and he is getting ever so closely to King's Home in that Red Bull, but King's Home is actually getting quite close to BKS as well. So I'll stay on board with King David as I have a very good view of both the third and fourth place drivers ahead of him.
Oh, King David's looking very racy there. Able to get the move done on though. Like I say, King's comes in the awkward position here where he wants to try and line up a move on BKS, but he's got a whole back man behind him, and we know the guy behind him's got a lot of pace in his hands.
Yep, so I'm going to stay on board with King David. We will see if any moves will be taking place as when it looks like... Oh, Formula Jonah!
He's had that's a mechanical error that I've ever seen one.
Yep. And this is probably going to be a safety car.
I'll be very, very surprised if it's not, but that was very strange. I was on board with Dark Stomper. I was just keeping an eye, see if he was going to make a move on him in the turn one. But yeah, it looked like the car locked in fourth gear and he lost all steering. I'm glad that wasn't in real life, because that would have hurt. Would have hurt a lot.
So I'm still on board. Yep, so it's no safety car for that incident. Unfortunate for Formula Jonah, but I am now on board with King David. Still looking to try and make his way past King's home as Milan Massimo sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:41.886, currently sitting in 14th place.
Not sure if Lewis made a mistake somewhere, but he said it looks like we're gap to Fibbleboy or Prior Fib. I keep trying to call him his proper name. Prior Fib he's opened up a bit of a gap there, but like he's actually gaining time on him at the same time. So I'm not sure if he's made a mistake somewhere. But the gap is opened up just a little bit. Give Fib just a little bit of breathing there.
So we are currently on lap 9. Sorry, lap 8 of this 27-lap race. I'm riding on board with Dark Stomper has set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:41.805. So it seems as if he has gotten those issues sorted out, as Lewis, currently in second, gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limit warnings. We will go down to H. Bosworth, who is just making his way up to the back of Flea 1996 in that Red Bull. Fleece able to hold off H. Bosworth for the time being.
Oh, nearly into the back of each other there as well. Just it was very, very close. H. Bosworth thinks he's got a lot more pace than Flea at the minute. He's trying to stick it up the inside, now around the outside. Burn the battery down this straight.
And King David and King's home are side by side, and King David has made his way up. King's home is fighting back. It is a battle of the kings, and I see King David has given the hand gesture of "what are you doing" as they touched.
Someone get King Benny into the mix here. Yeah, get him up there. Go on. Go on. We need the three of them for the content. That's what we're after here, people. Get up there, Benny. Get yourself into the mix.
King David. He tried that move, tried to do the cutback move, but it did not work. King's home able to stay in fourth.
A cheeky little move there. If that had a ped off, that would have looked very nice, but he's only actually... Oh, and there's the McLaren. Another penalty for the McLarens. BKS is rubbing his hands now. You gotta move on, son. You got a championship to catch up on.
So I'm currently on board with H. Bosworth, looking to make his way past Flea. I am not sure if he'll be able to get him into turn one. It does not look like it. Flea is doing a good job hanging on to this 9th place position.
Oh, that was a little bit hairy. Flea cut the corner a little bit.
Yep. And now this is actually giving Aki an invitation to join this battle as well.
So both of them, it looks like H. Bosworth wants to try and get this move done sooner rather than later. If he can get ahead of Flea and Flea holds up Aki a little bit, give him a little bit of breathing room, but looks like Flea's running a lot less downforce and in a straight line, easily able to hold him off.
And this battle of the kings is still going on. King David still behind King's Home. Oh, and got a bit out of sorts there, but still able to keep the car facing in the correct direction. So I will go down to H. Bosworth. He is really working that throttle and brake to try and make his way past Flea, but still cannot make the move happen.
So this battle of the kings that we keep talking about, it's really allowed BKS to open up a bit of a gap there. He's right on the back of Lewis now. Lewis being the driver behind him in the standing, so yeah, he could be a candidate here really for the win if he can keep the penalties gone. I know we're on lap 10 and I always talk too early and then jinx things, but looking like a really good candidate. If I had to stick my money on someone at the minute, I think it would be him.
Oh boy, and King's Home able to defend off of King David. King David got a good run. Oh, and we have yellow flag sector 1. That is the would-be Phoenix, I believe, but those yellow flags are now gone. It looks like H. Bosworth has made his way past Flea as well as Aki. And Flea is around!
Whoa, oh, putting on such a defense there. I'm not sure what happened, whether it was maybe a lighting up the rears, but he's ended up in the barrier anyway. That's released H. Bosworth after Dark Stomper, who, speaking of which, is having quite the drive of his life. I've been keeping an eye on that split. It was 6 seconds behind King Benny. Now it's 4.3, so he has the pace. I think if he gets the safety car, that's a little bit convenient. He could really salvage the absolute nightmare qualifying he had.
Yeah. So I'm still riding on board with King David, and this battle looks like it is going to continue as Dark Stomper sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:41.336. So the fastest man on track is the championship leader, Dark Stomper, in that Alpine car. As it looks like Milan Massimo just made his way past Phoenix to go up into 12th. Phoenix looks like he's struggling a bit, understeering into these turns.
Just wonder, is that Dark Stomper fast lap representative of the track drying out a little bit? Phoenix is speeding in the pit lanes. I wonder, did he have damage maybe? Is that why the understeer was happening? Would explain it. Looks like a wing change, yeah. But yeah, I wonder, is this track drying out a bit? Because it looks, I'm just having a look at the guys who are going down the start-finish straight. Looks a lot drier on that end of the track. The sun's out. So is this going to go full dries? Yep. I'll be very surprised. But with the way yesterday went, honestly, I will not. I won't be surprised, actually.
And you were talking about the Battle of the Kings. King Benny made his way past Iggy Combo, so now it is
for
4th,
the content.
5th, and 6th.
Go on, Benny! Get out there! For the content, lad! Get in the mix!
Yep, so King Benny trying to fight his way back after starting in first place. As Phoenix gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limit warnings. King Benny trying to make his way back up the field.
I've just had a glance at I'm getting reports. So about that Formula Jonah crash, apparently his controller locked, and he had no steering or braking. Where have we heard that before? I'm not sure what's going on. It's the second driver to complain about that, but he said he had to literally turn off his console to get the controller to stop vibrating.
Wow.
So I'm not sure what's going on, but it's the second driver with a reliability problem with their kit so far this race. Dark Stomper seems to have got his sorted, but I just wonder what's triggered it, and is there... Whoa, Cam, it's going to happen again. Please in the mediums. Please in the mediums. Yes.
Oh.
he's doing a madness. He's doing a madness.
Well, this is going to be interesting. So I'm currently on board with King David, side by side with King's Home, and really trying to fight for this 4th place position now. Running a bit wide. Oh, and King's Home! I'm wondering, so no prior fib, not pitting. So, yep, Flea is taking a bit of a gamble, and as it is, King David and King's Home still battling at this point. But yeah, Flea is losing time as he gets...
struggling massively.
Yep. Oh, wow, and King David... Oh! And King's Home went into King David. But King David has made his way past King's Home, but King's Home able to take that position back.
Oh, Benny gets on the curb and he gets a little bit late. These guys are going... Iggy Combo's sitting back and enjoying the... Oh, no, never mind. He's getting involved.
He's getting
He wants some. He wants a crown. Get in there, Iggy. Go on, son. Get out in the middle. That's his guys. Oh, and they're going side by side.
Yep.
Oh, this is good. I'm scared. King's Home's loving this, though. He's starting to disappear. I tell you what, though, rain stopped. Rain is 110% stopped. Anyone going to dive in?
Yeah, this should be interesting.
We know Flea's a little bit. He loves a little bit of gamble on this, but it does look like he's still struggling on those mediums. Like I said, we know the rain's going to be coming back. It's just a matter of when. And he's round. No, Lee, stay on. Yes, good. Don't want to repeat the last week.
So I'm currently on board. So Iggy has made his way past King David. King David is now struggling. Dark Stomper is flying right now.
He's in the mix.
Yes, he is.
Could this be the driver? Yesterday we seen a driver come from the back of the grid to win.
Yep, your teammate.
Is it possible? Is it possible again? He's absolutely flying. He's right in the back of Iggy Combo at the minute. Like I said, he looks to be the... Oh, we got people diving into the pits as well. But like I said, he's looking absolutely rapid on track at the minute.
Right. I'm currently on board, actually. Yep, so all the kings have gone into the pits. Riding on board.
Time for dinner. Liking.
So I'm currently on board with Dark Stomper, going side by side with Iggy. Has made his way past Iggy to go up into 4th position.
Man's in an absolute charge now. The problem is he's probably in the wrong tyre compound at the minute, so he's going to have to come in this lap. The guys behind him might undercut him. Looks like they are. King's Home's reining that gap into prior fib quite significantly at the minute. So I'm expecting an undercut from all the soft guys, or the dry tyre guys. But what a drive so far. I mean, he's sitting in P4 after 14 laps. Credit to him, without a doubt.
So, as King Benny gets himself a 3-second time penalty, riding on board with Prior Fib, who is actually right behind as Phoenix gets himself a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Is Prior Fib going into the pits? No. Yes, he is. He is. So, Prior Fib is in. Speeding in the pit lane. Lewis F1.
Oh, I thought you were going to get the same penalty you got. I'm clenching my ass for that one, I'm not going to lie. A little bit.
Oh, wow. Yep, so the top 5 runners are into the pit. So riding on board with King's Home, let us see where the Red Bull driver ends up. Will the undercut have benefited the Red Bull driver? Looks like it is, as he is past Iggy and Dark Stomper, both of them just coming out of the pit lane now. It is King's Home up into 4th.
Oh, a little fight in the exit. The two guys coming out of the pit lane just filtered in nicely into that little queue. Dark Stomper ahead of King Benny. The Kings have been separated. Oh, we've got yellow, so what's going on? I think it's Phoenix.
Yep. And needs to be careful. Ooh.
Is that
and he yeah. What happened there? That's he has no front wing. What happened?
I'm not sure if Phoenix lost it or if there was contact, but that's really going to hurt Parathib's chances. Promotes Lewis into first place, but of course he's got that penalty and a very racy Ferrari sitting right behind him. I'm really not sure what happened there, but that's gotta be frustrating for Parathib. He was having a great run here. Suppose at least he can serve that pit lane penalty now, to be fair, but really not what he wanted.
Yep. So, I'm gonna go down to, looks like King's Home and Parathib. Yep, Parathib still struggling, so King's Home has made his way up into 3rd place. I'm not riding on board with King's Home, as we have not seen DRS activated yet, have we?
I haven't noticed anyway. I'm just going to keep an eye on this battle here. King Benny, see if he gets it. Doesn't look like it. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. And I'm now on board with King David, trying to make his way past Iggy Combo. Will he go later on the brakes? He does! And Iggy leaves him space, and King David moves up into 6th.
Another thing, he's the first runner in the softs. Like, the guy's going on the medium goes completely against my theory of the rain coming back. Although it does look darker than it did a couple of laps ago. Yeah. I'm surprised we've so many have decided to opt for the medium tyre if this rain's going to be coming back quite soon. So again, there's some strategy calls here that might make a difference come the checkered flag, but I'm just. It'll be interesting to see, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say.
So I'm currently riding on board with King David, making his way up to the back of King Benny, as these soft tires are working wonders for the reserve AlphaTauri driver as it is.
Should be like pumping that fastest lap. I'm expecting a couple of those over the next couple of laps, really. Just to see if maybe Lewis or BKS take it now. Both did.
Both. So I will go up as Dark Stomper, and then King David sets the fastest lap of the race. I'm now on board with BKS, looking to be getting a little bit closer to Lewis F1, and with the aid of DRS, may be able to make his way past the McLaren driver. We will see what it is that happens, as is DRS for the Ferrari driver. Lewis is trying to break that toe, but it doesn't look like BKS has the straight line speed to be able to pass Lewis, but King David does, and is past King Benny up into 5th place.
Yeah, he had a lot of overspeeds that move there. It was a constant move. He has burned a lot of his battery though. He's now chasing after Dark Stomper. A lot of penalties come through there.
Yep, BKS and Zayek get through 3-second time penalties.
Is that an even playing field at the front? I think it is.
Yep. And H. Bosworth just made his way past Aki to go up into 8th place. I'm now on board with BKS. Looked like he was trying to go around the outside of Lewis F1, but just has to be patient, as he is going to have DRS. But there's something that tells me that BKS's setup may have a little bit more downforce for the rainy conditions. It doesn't look like he has the straight line speed that some of these other drivers have.
Yeah, I've been playing around with a couple of theories of BKS. This time last lap, he didn't have that penalty. So he could have just cruised behind Lewis for the rest of the race, saved his battery, you know, and secured first place, really.
Iggy's around!
No, not Iggy, no. He's the damage, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, and Dark Stomper is past King's Home!
Man is in absolute charge of his life.
That may have been tactical because now King's Home has a DRS. Dark Stomper's lights are flashing, so he's low on the battery. And King's Home is back up into third place. BKS has made his way past Lewis to go into first. King David is now flying behind Dark Stomper. Dark Stomper is low on the battery. This is going to be detrimental to him. King's Home is, they're all low on the battery right now.
Everyone's just pushing, giving it everything they've got. It's like a Christmas tree with those red flashing lights at the back. Honestly, these guys giving absolutely everything. King's Home coming ahead at the minute, but King David's got up the inside of Dark Stomper. Yep. It was looking really good at the start of Sector 2 for Dark Stomper, and all of a sudden, he's dropped 2 positions again.
Yep, so I'm currently on board.
So much for this rain. How sunny it is.
Yeah. Unless something, hey, we have what? 8 laps remaining, so who knows? That rain may potentially come back near the end.
I'm not even going to try and predict it anymore, let's be honest. it's unpredictable at this point.
Yep. So I'm going to go and ride on board with Lewis F1, DRS wide open for the McLaren driver, makes his way past BKS to go up back into first place. And King Benny must have made his way past Dark Stomper.
All these guys have nothing in their tank.
Yeah, yellow flag sector 3, that's a Haas. King David and King's Home are fighting at the moment, and King David has made his way up into third. Dark Stomper is now on the charge, almost beside King Benny. Oh wow, and making his way around the outside. Will King Benny be able to defend this? No, he cannot. And King David.
3 seconds.
Yep.
I suppose you could argue this is 4 battles of the Kings, Cam, now I think about it. Dark Stomper comfortable leading the championship. He's kind of, he's almost earned his crown.
That is true.
But this is nuts fighting going on at the front here. King Benny's up at the pit. I'm not sure if he's got damage, but yeah, absolute mad fighting at the front here. Dark Stomper, DRS, and both of them, this is going to go 3 wide, turn 1.
Yep, so King's Home and Dark Stomper have made their way past King David. King David trying to go late on the brakes. Cannot keep either that 3rd or 4th place position, but now getting a good run, but don't believe he'll be able to pass Dark Stomper at this point. We only have 7 laps remaining of this race. For France, this has been entertaining as we have yellow flags in Sector 2.
Dark Stomper's around, is it? No, it's not.
No, it's Choppy like.
Oh, Choppy like, give me a heart attack there.
So I'm on board with Lewis F1. I'm not sure if he made his way past, or if BKS, made his way past Lewis F1. But BKS is now in the lead of this race. Now on board with King David. Still, and trying to get a bit of a slipstream from Dark Stomper, looking to make his way up the inside. But nope, has to back out, but does have the inside line! But no, Dark Stomper still able to keep that 4th place. This is unreal.
Lap after lap after lap. I hope that's shock me like a game. We're saying right? But lap after lap after lap, these 3 going at it. King Benny was in the mix. He's pit for soft, so I'm not sure he'd wing damage. But keeping an eye on these 2 at the front, by the way. It seems to be they want to take turns. One of them wants to lead, then the other leads. It's yeah, they just seem to be go one after the other. King's Home gets a penalty.
Yup, as Dark Stomper makes his way past him as well. So Dark Stomper does not have any penalties, so this is going to be advantageous for the Alpine driver. H. Bosworth has made his way past his teammate Iggy to go up into 6th place. I'm going to go down to 13th. Gennady, actually, Lewis and BKS. I don't know where to look. It's happening everywhere. Oh, wow. So King's Home is now back past Dark Stomper. King David is also past Dark Stomper as well.
Absolute scenes going on for fourth. What's the third position for that last podium spot? Absolute madness. I'm genuinely impressed with King David, to be fair. Those tyres have got to have gone off by now. They are not going to be the fastest tyre at this point in the race, but he's making it look like it. Sticking the car in places where it shouldn't be, and with confidence.
Yep.
So credit to him on that one. I think, looking at the front two though, I've been keeping an eye on the DRS, actually, or sorry, the ERS of these two. Lewis is burning a lot more. It looks like BKS is maybe saving a little bit of battery. Lewis goes down the outside though.
Yep.
Gets the move done into turn one.
Yep. Able to take that first place position back. Now back to this battle for third. King David, DRS wide open. Will he make a move down the inside on King's Home? We have yellow flags in sector 3. Must be a lapped car, I'm assuming. But looks like Gennady made his way past Zayek to go up into 12th. We have yellow flags again in sector. Oh, wow. Shock Me Like is out. And we have a safety car.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Wow. This plays into Dark Stomper's hands perfectly.
Massively. This is an absolute madness for Dark Stomper. He's the only driver in that top 5 without a penalty, and he's now in the mix for a win from the back of the grid. Be an absolute astonishing performance if he manages to pull this off. King David probably happy for this too. He's gonna want to pit. Softs at this point will go to the end. So it's just a matter if he has a fresh set or not. A lot of factors to take into account really here at the minute, but Lewis ahead of BKS at the moment, so I imagine he'll come in, but yeah, it's going to be a hard call to make, to be fair, because if BKS stays out, could find himself in a bit of trouble.
So yep, Lewis is in, BKS is in. King's
You know
Home.
he loves a little gamble. King's Home loves a little bit of a gamble, a little stay out gamble, fight for your life. And just wonder.
Nope,
he's going to play it safe.
King David is in. Dark Stomper is in. H. Bosworth, who is about 20 seconds behind Dark Stomper. We shall see. And you know what? So we have to also consider what the weather forecast is predicting. If it is going to rain, I believe you do have to pit no matter. Like, you can't take a gamble being on old medium tires.
Yeah, it would be an enormous risk, realistically. I just for it saying it's gonna be raining, it just looks too nice. I'll be very surprised. Maybe some drops at the end of the race. I don't know, but 4 laps left. I can't see it getting wet at this point. Surely it's going to be dry to the end.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow! So yeah, Milan Massimo pitted on the previous lap. Is this going to benefit the reserve Haas driver? He's trying to get ahead of Iggy, and will he do it? No, he's not able to. Stays in 11th.
I just wonder where that yellow flag. Sorry, go
ahead. No, you can continue. That's fine.
No, I wondered, we seen a yellow flag earlier, we weren't sure. I think you said it might have been a lap car. I think Iggy's actually dropped a couple of positions. I'm not sure if he ran a little bit wide into one of the corners or something, but I think from memory he was right behind H. Bosworth at one stage, and he's dropped down to 10th.
You remember he did spin at one point. Relatively,
yes,
relatively recently.
So the two of those guys were having a great run. He was in a podium position at one point, and now at the minute he's on the cusp of points. I had an interview with him earlier in the week, Cam, and he said he was going to run Operation L Plan. So I'm not sure if that's ABS related, i.e. take Brandon out of qualifying, or what that was, but like I say, that conspiracy does not look like it's working so far today. King Benny's dived in. Not sure, maybe going for the soft tires to the end, but it's going to put him into a bit of a bad position. Give Iggy P9.
Yep, so King Benny drops all the way down to 11th with that pit stop. So I just have the penalties up on the screen right now. So the top 4 drivers have 3-second penalties. Dark Stomper has 0. H. Bosworth has 6. The next 3 drivers have 3. Milan Massimo has 13. The rest have 3, except for Phoenix has 6, and Gennady has a drive-through penalty. That is going to be a killer.
Yeah, I was going to pretty much drop my little points out of contention for anything today with that drive-through. It's too late in the game to make that sort of time up. If I reckon Lewis, his heart must be racing in his chest at the minute. He's got 5 absolutely rapid guys right behind him. And he's desperate for that first win. And it's very, very much on the cards today, but those guys behind him are not going to make it easy for him, especially Dark Stomper without that penalty. All he has to do is hold that gap for what's essentially going to be 3 laps by the time the safety car comes in. I'm hoping it's going to come in this lap, but I'm a little bit nervous about how far back. I think it's Zayak's at the back of that queue.
Yep.
They are going flat out, but I don't know if they're going to make it.
Oh, and this is interesting. So Phoenix is behind Dark Stomper. He is currently a lapped car right now, so he's not going to be involved with the fight for the top 5.
See, I know the game's a little bit funny this way. There is a way you can overtake the safety car. The game actually allows you to do it, but it doesn't actually tell you to do it.
Oh.
So I wonder is it worth him taking that gamble now? All the cars are in the pack. I mean, at this point, you're a lap down. You're relying on 5 people to crash out to really look at any sort of points. I'd take that gamble.
Yeah.
Oh! Gets a little bit squirmy. I thought he was going to go for it there. He is going for it. He's listening to me.
I'm riding on board.
If this doesn't work, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if this doesn't work. So worth a go. Credit to him.
Oh, man.
Joe, fair play to him. I give him every bit of credit for giving that a go. He's in the comments, I hate you lot. Worth a go. It was worth a go.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you what, I credit to him. He give it a go.
Oh, man.
You see, I've been in league races before where that has worked. I think there's something on the back of that safety car that says lapped cars overtake. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's one of those flashing lights. What does it say in the number plate? I've got terrible eyesight, but yeah, I don't know. Because I've seen it happen. I've been in league races where the guy who's been a lap down, who was in position 14, managed to get ahead of the safety car when everyone was in the queue. I just don't get it. Wait, whoa. Madness, Cam. See the cars in this lap? King Benny on Inters. What's going on?
On Inters. Exactly. What? Now, I don't know. I don't think there would be enough rain in only 2 laps to warrant Inters. But you never know. You never know.
I won't be surprised, honestly. I'm so sick of rain, predicting rain. I need a weatherman. It's raining, Cam. It's raining.
Oh my! Oh my God! No! You have to be kidding me.
Oh, and yes, it probably will take, but is the last lap going to be absolute bedlam with this rain? Lewis is opting to stay out. He doesn't think it's time. Probably isn't time, but this rain, it's getting heavy, you know.
Yeah, oh my goodness. So we are back underway.
King Jones in.
With only 2 laps remaining. That's what I was thinking. How can you even pit now when there's only 2 laps remaining?
It's a massive gamble. Like I say, you're literally banking on all this rain to get incredibly wet. But I just can't see it happening in such a short space of time.
It
does look heavy though.
Yeah, it's now starting to come down. I'm on board with Zayek, who is trying to make his way past Flea and does up into 10th. I believe I saw, I don't know if it was Aki made his way past Milan Massimo as well. King David makes his way past BKS but overshoots going into that turn, but still able to maintain that second place position. Now on board with... Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, on board with, I'll go to Dark Stomper side by side with BKS. What were you saying?
Just saying, Lewis has opened up a bit of a gap. Dark Stomper's still in that window for the penalty. Lewis needs to get a move on. I hope those guys behind start fighting. Hold up Dark Stomper a bit, and he might end up with a win today. That rain is lashing down.
This is unbelievable. So I believe Aki did try to make his way past Milan Massimo to go up into 7th, but Milan Massimo was able to make that move stick to stay in 7th. We are currently on the final lap of this race. Lewis F1 is currently in the lead, and there's going to be no DRS for this final lap.
I'm absolutely gripped here. Lewis is trying to open up that gap. He's got a healthy gap to the end, but is the rain going to make things a little bit difficult for him? He's got to push, but if he pushes too much, it could leave him with nothing. But I know how much he wants that win. He's just on the cusp of that gap at the minute. I think it's literally tenths, maybe 3 tenths.
Yep, it's 2.8 seconds. Dark Stomper is behind Lewis F1 at the moment. We have yellow flags, and that looks like Aki, I believe, has made a mistake.
10
and
seconds
time penalty, yep. So, Dark Stomper is 3.1 seconds behind Lewis.
He's looking like he's comfortable on the podium, and he had a little bit squirmy out that last corner. Lewis has just a couple more corners to go, but look how wet the track is.
Yes. Yellow flag sector 3. Not sure who that is. Lewis is 6/10 ahead of Dark Stomper to get that first place position. He only has 1 turn left. Power down, and he has done it. Lewis F1 with the victory today at France.
6 tenths. He'd be absolutely buzzing with that. He's fought hard for that all race. Dark Stomper, amazing drive from him up to P2. King David takes P3 and BKS down to P4. Dark Stomper still on track to take that championship next week. He'd be very happy with that drive after that absolute madness. Absolute madness of a race. He had a madness of a qualifying. Another one of those races, Cam, you just got to try and predict the weather. Amazing, absolutely amazing. I said to you beforehand, I thought it was going to be a boring race. Far from it. Far from it. Unreal
race this was. I'm telling you, Tuesday Limitless 2, there's something about these races. It never disappoints.
Phenomenal. Like I say, Lewis will be absolutely buzzing. Congratulations to him, because I know he's been after that for a long time. It's been looking good for him a couple of times, and just something always seems to happen to him. But today he'd done it all on his own merit, and it was not made easy for him. He's going to be absolutely buzzing with that.
Yep. And so, as indicated by the game, it is Dark Stomper who gets the driver of the day. So I'll go through the finishing order for this race. It is Lewis F1 of the McLaren team finishing in first. Dark Stomper, who started in 17th, finishing in second. Well done by him. King David finishes in third. BKS in fourth. H. Bosworth in fifth. Prior Thib in sixth. Iggy Combo in seventh. Flea 1996 in 8th. Well done by him. Milan Massimo in ninth. And Zayek finishes in the points, finishing in 10th. King Benny 11th. King's Home in 12th. Aki in 13th. Janati in 14th. And then the start of the DNS, we have Shock Be Like in 15th. Formula Jonah 16th. Kodoy 17th. And Phoenix in 18th.
I'm still not over it, Ken. It was absolute madness. Honestly, the rain, man. The rain always seems to cause absolute carnage. I'm buzzing for Lewis. Absolutely buzzing for Dark Stomper. That was an amazing drive through the field. Just Flea's in the points. Yeah. The Alpha Boys are both in the points. Mad race. Absolute madness. Unfortunate for King's Home. He took the gamble. Didn't pay off in the end, but it did. I honestly think if there had been one more lap of this race, that would have been an absolutely fantastic call.
Mm-hmm. Wow, what a race. So we would like to just thank everyone who tuned into this stream and broadcast. Make sure that you like this video. And if you have not subscribed to this channel as yet, do that as well, as it will help us out quite a bit. Now, I will just head to the Discord because Thursday Formula 4 is returning on Thursday for Season 2.
I'm trying to remember where we start. I want to say Portugal. It is Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal. So that format, it says that's going to be the full quali format. So yeah, it's going to be full qualifying and then the 50% Grand Prix where the top 15 will score points. And wait, you're one of the Formula 4 drivers, aren't you?
Oh yes, I'm signing up full time. We're gonna. I said I'm not getting the results I want on Monday, so I'll try Thursday instead. Put it that way. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It's a bit of a different format. We've got the full quali this time, and then the sprint quali alternating weeks. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So starts back on Thursday. James trying to defend his title. Teams have been shaken up a little bit too, so I'm sure you'll get a grand reveal on Thursday.
Yep, that should be interesting. Make sure that you tune into that. So I would just like to say thank you for everyone joining this stream, and for myself as well as Big Weir, we say take care.